In this chapter, we'll explore the first two elements of the marketing mix, product and distribution strategy. We begin by discussing product strategy. The product is made up of the bundle of physical, service, and symbolic characteristics that are designed to satisfy consumer wants. This includes packaging, package design, brand name, and warranties. It is useful to classify products into categories, such as business or consumer products. For consumers, we classify products based on consumer buying habits, so we can further subdivide into the following three categories: convenience products, which are items the consumer seeks to purchase frequently, immediately, and with little effort; shopping products, which are typically purchased only after the buyer has compared competing products in competing stores; and lastly, specialty products, items a purchaser is willing to make an special effort to obtain. Each type of product requires a different type of competitive strategy. Classifying products is a useful tool in developing these strategies. For instance, after classifying an item as a shopping product, marketers gain an immediate idea of its promotion, pricing, and distribution needs. On this slide, we see the different types of classifications and the marketing strategy factors. Since this is based on buying patterns, it's possible for a product to be a shopping product for one person, but a convenience product for someone else. The classification is based on the buying patterns of the majority of people that purchase a product. Knowing the classification, marketing decision makers have a head start on how the marketing mix variables will adapt to make a profitable, customer-driven strategy. In order to increase profits and growth, firms have many products. We distinguish between their product lines and product mixes. A product line is a group of related products that are physically similar or intended for the same market. Let's look at an example of a product line. Procter & Gamble has several different offerings in their laundry detergent product line. Why would a company have more than one laundry detergent? Wouldn't the sales of one be taking away from the sales of another? No, each product is directed at a different target market. While they are intended for the same basic market, they have characteristics that distinguish them. For instance, Tide is Procter & Gamble's top offering. It is their most expensive and known for its superior cleaning performance. Dreft is made for baby's laundry. Gain is a detergent and fabric softener together, and it's known for its variety of scents. Each offering is geared to a different target market. The product mix, on the other hand, is the company's assortment of product lines and individual offerings. Getting back to our Procter & Gamble example, their product mix includes dog food, batteries, laundry detergent, over-the-counter medications, as well as many other products. Once a product is on the market, it usually goes through the 4 stages of the product life cycle. The product life cycle is a tool that marketers use to help guide marketing strategies. The life cycle helps marketers anticipate developments. Sales and profits go through a predictable pattern. The product life cycle includes 4 basic stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. This slide changes with each edition of the book as the products on it move through the cycle. What's important to look at are the sales that are indicated here in green and the profits indicated here in pink. When a new product is introduced, we see industry sales, but we really don't see substantial profits until we're in the growth stage. That's due to the high cost associated with developing the new product. You'll notice that profits quickly level off and don't keep pace with sales. This is because when a new product does well, competitors enter the market bringing down prices, which is good for us, but cutting into profits. This slide provides us with a little more information on each stage of the product life cycle. In the introduction stage, the firm promotes demand for its new offering, informs the market about it, maybe gives free samples to entice consumers to make a trial purchase, explains its features, uses, and benefits. During the growth stage, sales will climb quickly as new customers join the early users who are repurchasing the item. Company begins to earn profits on the new product. At the maturity stage, industry sales eventually reach a saturation level at which further expansion is difficult. During the decline stage, sales fall and profits decline. Marketers' objective is to extend the life cycle as long as the profit is profitable. The goal here would be to increase our current customers' frequency of use, maybe add new users, or find new uses for our product, or change the package size, labels, or the product design to increase either new users or uses for this product. As an example, perhaps we see that the sales of our lighters are dropping off. Perhaps less people are smoking cigarettes. Well, we might want to find a new use or add new users for this product to extend it in the life cycle. So maybe we target people that need to light candles, maybe women, showing that this is an easier way than using matches, and try to change the packaging or the color scheme or the usefulness in our marketing approach. We might add new users and extend our life cycle. New products are the lifeblood of any organization. However, the process is expensive, time-consuming, and can be risky. Only 1/3 of new product ideas become success stories. Each step in this process, shown on this slide, requires a go, no-go decision. We start at the top here by generating new product ideas. These can come from customers, employees, or market researchers. Next, the ideas go through the screening step, where ideas that don't align with the company's objectives or aren't viable because of our company resources are eliminated. Those ideas that move on go through the concept development and business analysis stage, where further screening occurs. Sales, profits, growth rate, and competitive strengths are all assessed. The company may even perform some market research to see how consumers react to the new product idea. The next step is designing the actual product. In the test marketing stage, a new product is supported by a complete marketing campaign in a selected city or TV coverage area to test the product. The item is also sold in this limited area. Some firms actually skip this stage. The final stage is commercialization, where the product is made available in the marketplace. Here's a humorous slide regarding some product failures. You need to know a little bit about these autos in order to get the humor in the typical owner comments. For instance, the Ford Pinto had a tendency to burst into flames if it was hit from a certain angle because of the placement of the gas tank. That's what makes this typical owner comment that it's a barbecue that seats four humorous in a very ironic sort of way. Products need to be identified and distinguished from competing offerings. Both goods and services are identified by their brand. The brand is the name, term sign, symbol, design, or some combination that identifies the products of a firm and distinguishes them from competitive offerings. The brand name is the part of the brand consisting of the words or letters that form a name that identifies and distinguishes one offering from those of competitors. A trademark is a brand with legal protection against another's use. This can include pictorial designs, slogans, packaging elements, and product features. It's important to select an effective brand name. Good brand names are easy to pronounce, recognize, and remember. They should communicate an appropriate product image. It's best if they're short, and they should attract attention. Another complication with branding is thinking about the international marketplace, making sure that the translation or pronunciation of your brand works in different languages. This slide shows us the different brand categories. A manufacturer's brand is a brand offered and promoted by the manufacturer. Examples are Tide, Cheerios, Windex, Fossil, and Nike. Private or store brand is a brand that's not linked to the manufacturer, but instead carries a wholesaler or retailer's label. Example would be Sears Die Hard batteries and Walmart's Olroy dog food. Family branding is a single brand name used for several related products. Examples would be KitchenAid, Johnson & Johnson, Hewlett-Packard, and Arm & Hammer. Individual branding is with each product, it has a different brand name. Again, examples from Procter & Gamble include Tide, Cheer, and Dash. The marketer's goal is to build brand loyalty. Loyalty can go through multiple phases. First, we have brand recognition. In this phase, consumers are aware of the brand, but don't have any preference for it over other brands. The next level would be brand preference, where the consumer chooses this brand over a competitor's. Lastly, and the highest level of brand loyalty, is brand insistence. Consumers will seek out preferred brands and accept no substitute. This is the ultimate degree of brand loyalty. Brand loyalty is at the heart of brand equity. Brand equity is the added value that a respected and successful name gives to a product. This value is a result of many factors, such as awareness, perceived quality, as well as any feelings or images the customer associates with the brand. Brand awareness is when the product is the first one that comes to mind when a product category is mentioned. Packaging and labeling are important in product identification. Packaging achieves several goals. It protects against damage, spoilage, and pilferage. It assists in marketing the product. Now we see a growing demand for our packaging to be more environmentally friendly. Labels are the descriptive part of the product's package. They attract buyers' attention, describe the package contents, convey product benefits, and provide information on warranties, warnings, and other consumer matters. Now let's move on to distribution strategy, which deals with the marketing activities and institutions involved with getting the right good or service to the firm's customers. Distribution encompasses decisions regarding modes of transportation, warehousing, inventory control, and selection of distribution channels. In deciding on the distribution channel, marketers have to decide which channel will meet the firm's marketing objectives and the needs of its customers. The next slide shows us both direct and indirect distribution. Our attention is going to focus on consumer goods. The top line is an example of direct distribution. It is the shortest and the simplest. There is direct contact between the producer and the consumer. This is typical with relatively expensive, complex products that may need to be demonstrated. It's also most common in the business-to-business market. Direct distribution is not the best choice in all instances. Some products sell in small quantities at low prices to widely scattered customers. It is cost prohibitive to try to individually contact each customer, so we would use marketing intermediaries called retailers and wholesalers. The bottom three here are all representing indirect distribution, where we have these marketing intermediaries, wholesalers, retailers, sometimes agent brokers, that come between the producer and the consumer. Retailers sell goods and services to individuals for their own use rather than resale. Wholesalers sell goods primarily to retailers, other wholesalers, or business users. You might think adding these intermediaries, or middlemen, increase the final cost of the product. They actually lower consumer prices by reducing the number of transactions. They also add value by ensuring products are available when and where customers want them. On this slide, we can see how marketing intermediaries reduce transactions. Now we'll look a little more at retailing. On this slide, we can see the different types of non-store retailers, and on this slide, we can see the different types of retail stores. If you'd like to look closely at this, just pause. Another distribution decision involves distribution intensity, or the number of intermediaries or outlets through which a manufacturer distributes his goods. We have three levels of intensity: intensive, selective, and exclusive. A firm's choice of distribution channel creates the final link in the supply chain. Supply chain is the complete sequence of suppliers that contribute to creating a good or service and delivering it to the business user or final customers. It begins with raw materials and ends with the delivery to the customer. Logistics is the process of coordinating the flow of goods, services, and information among members of the supply chain. As firms look to move products efficiently, another decision is which mode of transportation is best. Here we have a comparison of the 5 different transportation modes based on speed, dependability, frequency, availability, flexibility, and cost. You should readily see that the faster the mode, the more expensive. The mode chosen will depend on the product and the distance involved. Different modes can be combined to find the right balance of speed and cost. Trucks have the highest availability in different locations, since they can go anywhere there is a road. As a result, they are the last leg in many distribution scenarios.